All right, Joey, it's your topic for this retro gaming episode on episode 173. What you got?
Let's sim it.
Are we simming life? Are we simming jobs? What are we simming here?
We're gonna sim some city building, and we're gonna sim some fun.
Sim fun?
Yeah, I mean, you could do a lot of things. The other one depends on what kind of fun you want to have.
Yeah, okay.
I was actually going to do a similar topic to this in the past, just under management simulation, but instead of Sim City, I would have picked Sim Tower. Oops, spoiler.
Sim Tower.
Yeah,
Never heard of Sim Tower.
Sim
I guess-
Tower. I gotta look this up immediately.
yeah, it's another Maxis one.
Yeah, it's got that classic box art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the shit out of Sim Tower as a kid, along with my siblings. It was a lot
I
of
have
fun.
Never played it.
Check it out if you have time.
A port for the 3DO was released. Well, hello.
What?
Well,
Must have
hold
you
on.
back us.
Wait a second. eBay, come to me. All right.
I guess I know what you're covering next cast.
3DO Sim Tower. Now I already have next two casts for me picked out. It is $25 on eBay on the 3DO. Oh, the
Oh,
tempting.
lordy.
Oh, here's one that's $10. There's only there's only 4 being sold right now.
Oh boy.
Although Space Ace for $30 is calling me way better.
Why not both?
You know what? I didn't think of it that way. You're right. Okay, Sim Tower. Building
The kid
skyscrapers.
from the old El Paso ads.
In Sim Tower, can I make my employees not wear safety regulation type stuff and make them have their lunch on a high beam?
No.
Oh, well then, I don't want this game anymore. I need them to risk life and death while eating food.
Well, you can make guys risk life and or life and limb looking for bombs when a guy calls in a threat.
There's bomb threats in Sim Tower.
Yes, there are.
I suppose that's very relevant in 2025.
Huh.
Unfortunately. What do you
Whenever
think
there are
Skim?
fires,
What do you think Sim School would be?
I don't know.
I have
Maybe-
thoughts over what Sim School could possibly be. Depends on which
Maybe you
country,
could-
obviously. The American version would be the most interesting.
Most prison-like with metal detectors
Ooh, we should
and
Play
security
Sim.
guards.
sim golf.
Interesting.
Design your own golf course. Being able to lower and raise the terrain can add trees, traps, lakes, and other natural hazards. And then you can
Sounds
play
a
on the
lot like
course.
one of our current games for today.
Sim Golf looks like something I'd be way more into than I should be these
I
days.
know. Man, there's a lot of sim games I never knew existed.
Well, this is awesome. All right. So the whole topic has
There's
gotten
e-
us into dive into many different sim games.
There's even Sim Ant.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That looks very cool. I might have played that
Does
one.
it have the soundtrack to Alien Ant Farm?
No.
It,
Wow.
it probably could if you like go into the files for the music.
Hack the game to have your music.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that with Crazy Taxi on PC.
So how you guys been? What you been playing?
Stuff and things.
Well, I finally beat Infernax.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's one of my New Year's resolution games down.
Going to the list here. Okay. Infernax. You get a big
Yeah.
fat X right there.
Mhm.
Cool.
So
Success.
little did I realize there are 2 new modes to play after the fact if you name your character certain things at the beginning. It's just like what Castlevania Circle of the Moon did. Like if you name your character Stranger, you end up playing as a dude in a hockey mask with Mad Max's leather outfit and fights with a baseball bat and a shotgun with infinite ammo.
Wow.
Though the kickback yeah. The kickback does cause you to move backward with each shot. So that's a bit of a trade-off there. And if you name your character Gardakan, you'll play as a wizard who shoots a magic blast from his hands as your main attack. Like, it'll drain your mana meter, but your magic bar does regenerate over time, unlike the main game. So, now that that's beaten, on to Dave the Diver.
Good. That game's going to take you quite a long time, or at least it should.
Yeah.
Well, I've already spent a lot of time on it anyway, so there shouldn't be that many hours left.
Oh, it depends on how many hours you want to put into it.
I'm already well into the whole sea people area, so we'll see. See how long it takes to complete everything. Plus, there's the Dredge DLC and the Godzilla DLC, so that'll extend the fun. And this isn't a video game, but I'm on and off watching the Knuckles miniseries that takes place between live-action Sonic 2 and 3.
I had no idea that existed.
Me either.
Oh, there you go. I probably wouldn't have noticed if not for something popping up in my YouTube feed about it. And yeah, they've got all of the people from the movies in it, including Idris Elba. Though I'll be honest, it's kind of dumb. I mean, the movies are kind of dumb, but
You
in this
don't say.
case, I mean, in this case, sometimes it's dumb in a fun way, but other times it's dumb in a cringy way. It's just sort of a boy becomes a man story on the part of the human character, except the boy in this case is a full-grown adult male, but he's a bit of a man-child. But throughout the story, he'll grow up a bit. Like the episode I just watched, he has a fucking katana duel between a guy on a motorbike and himself on a fucking kid bike. Like I said, kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still 2 episodes left. It's all one big road trip to get to Reno for a bowling tournament.
Been there, done that. Let me tell you. See, I've been to Reno, I think twice for nationals. I think twice.
Did you win?
Oh, no. No. I think I placed top 50.
Disappointing.
No, the year I placed top 50 was in Vegas. Not the most recent one. I did really well whenever the Nationals were at Baton Rouge. That's where I did the best.
Cool.
Don't really generally do well when I go to Nevada.
Because you're too drunk?
Well, I mean, well.
I'll take that as a yes.
I won't admit nothing.
You don't have to.
Yeah. All right, Joey. Tell me about your wears and tears of your gaming life.
Well, I beat Elden Ring.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
I thought it would take you a lot longer.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I have a setting where anytime he logs into his PlayStation, it gives me a notification. And let me tell you, this guy was playing at all hours of the day, every day.
I had some breaks during work I could play.
Lucky bastard.
Like, here I am at work. It's like 7:30 in the morning on a Monday, and he's like, "Oh, it's MLK Day, whatever." You know,
Yeah,
I'm
the day
working,
off.
and this guy's 7:30 in the morning playing Elden Ring, probably drinking beer just to taunt me.
No, I wasn't drinking beer.
Yeah, you were definitely drinking something.
But yeah,
So
it's all
tell
good.
me about your experience. I want to know like your favorite bosses, your least favorite. What'd you think of the ending? Like all that, the whole deal. Come on.
Least favorite is Elden Beast. I hated that fight. That fight sucks. It's terrible. It's a stupid fight for a final boss.
What
Spend
makes
more
it
time
so
running.
stupid and not fun?
You spend more time running towards him than hitting him or fighting the camera angle to be able to hit him. It's just annoying. Like, why would you build a big old dragon that just runs away from you all the time?
You know what? You're not wrong.
I think
He looks cool though.
what Radagon right before, if they would have just beefed up that fight a little bit, maybe make that one a little harder and maybe a second release that's not Elden Beast, and that would have been a better ending fight.
Mhm.
Because that fight was fun, but hard for me because I couldn't time my rolls right. But honestly, I did Mimic Tier, so a lot of people are going to say I cheesed it, but whatever, I don't care. That made the game fun for me. So, but yeah, I got to the boss with like 50 hours into the game, and it took me 6 hours to beat the final boss. I had to
Oh,
keep changing up my build and grinding some things out to try to get to something. So yeah, I was there to the end, and then just took forever for just that last part.
you know what? I had to do that a couple times in Liza P, where I got to the final boss and just had to completely change everything just to kind of compete with it properly.
Yeah, what I was running with wasn't strong against them, and I wasn't good enough to dodge to do 20-minute fights. So I was like, all right, let me find something that works. And then I set out to do that. I took 3 builds to get something that works that I could play well and that I didn't hate myself for doing.
So are you gonna do the DLC now? That's another like 30 hours.
It's still $40, so probably not. It might go down when I think there's another DLC supposed to come out.
Yeah, it's like Nightfallen or something or another. I don't remember the name
Yeah.
exactly.
But I've seen some of the bosses in the DLC, and I know I'm not gonna like them.
Uh
So I don't know if I'm gonna
oh.
get it. So maybe I'll skip the first DLC and go to the second one. I don't know. I mean, I liked majority of the game. I just didn't really like boss fights in tight rooms, but I like the open world. I like to go into exploring all that, doing all the caves and forts and whatnot. So that was all fun. But some of the bosses were just annoying.
Remind me, have you played Dark Souls, Demon Souls, or Bloodborne, that kind of stuff?
No, because
Okay.
you have to dodge more than you can attack. You know, I hate that.
Well, Elden Ring's mechanics are a lot closer to Dark Souls. I think you'd like Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Elden Ring, you do have to dodge a lot, but you can still get some good attacks in there. And if you have the right build, you can stun them or get a lot of damage in. You don't have to spend 20 minutes rolling for one opportunity to attack if you have the right build.
Well, if you're playing Sekiro, then there's less about dodging and more about parrying.
Ugh. Yeah, but if you're no good at parrying, then the game's too hard. Me.
Yes, I'm not going to play it. I'll probably suck at it too.
Liza P was the great equalizer there, where it's like, I suck at parrying, but it gives me indications of when to do it properly and a lot more, I guess, frames in order to be able to successfully do it.
Yeah. But there's a lot of optional bosses I didn't get to in the first playthrough. So I might circle back. I started an int base, kind of like a mage build to see what's up.
Okay, I was about to ask, did you go like for magic or longsword? Like, what was your...
Samurai.
Okay.
I was a samurai named Jack.
Nice.
So I use samurai
I
swords.
don't get it.
as
Is
long
that
as
in
I
reference to something?
can. I don't know. Is there any other famous samurais named Jack? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Was that the main character in The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise? Was his name Jack?
Potentially. He might have been in a show called Samurai Jack, but I'm not sure.
No.
Seems
Definitely
like
Tom
everyone
Cruise.
knows.
You're both wrong. He's in the upcoming Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, Colin's right.
So I am. But one of the things I hate about starting with the samurai is I never changed my armor at all.
Never?
The whole game. No, I just kept with the base samurai armor. I never found a reason to switch off.
All right.
So I'm hoping to do that more with this mage. So, and then I'm thinking maybe I might do a strength build.
So you're going to play again?
Better. I might. I don't know if I'm going to beat it because I don't want to play the Elden Beast, but I might just play around with builds. I mean, I already have the mage going. I put 5 hours into it, just running around the starting area.
I did quite a bit of that with Stellar Blade after I beat it. Just dicked around in the main area.
Yeah, I like all the outside stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'll push the story. I'll push story when I feel like going onto a new area if I need to, but I'm just going to explore and do things I didn't do on the first playthrough and see if I can kick ass with magic.
Okay. Sounds awesome. Anything else, sir?
No.
Okay. So Joey has beaten the longest and hardest game right off the bat to start the new year.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Colin's list. I guess that would be... What do you think, Colin? What's the hardest game you've put on? I see Armored Core 6, but that's not necessarily hard.
Let me go back to my list.
I guess Warhammer? Space Marine, maybe?
Honestly,
no, definitely not.
No.
Last of Us 2 is probably going to be the hardest game for me to finish.
Oh, why is that?
Because I just got to get motivation to play it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think if it's not Sea of Stars or Stellar Blade, then yeah, Armored Core 6 would be the hardest for me.
All right. We'll go with Stellar Blade then. Depends on how tough you want to make the game for yourself.
Yeah. Of course, for Armored Core 6, I'm no shame in saying this. I'm going to be going online to look for builds that would.
Oh, that's the most fun part of Armored Core, though. Is like looking up what other people have done and then kind of matching and figuring out your own. You'll come up with your own and mess with them.
That's true. But yeah, it would take a lot of time, and free time is at a premium for me nowadays. I mean, fuck, yesterday I had to work an extra shift.
Yeah, I was at work all day yesterday, too.
Saturday. The things I do to keep my head above water in the economy. Especially as Canada's economy. I totally goofed that.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, no joke. I got my W-2 yesterday, and I'm like, oh, look, I made X amount of dollars more than I did the last 2 years. Like, greatly. And yet, I feel like I made no extra money because of how much the economy has changed. It's that Simpsons joke. It goes, all I do is go to work. Why am I always broke?
Yeah. I can't take his money. I have to make my own money. I have to work for money. Why don't I just lie down and die?
I do feel that. I'm going to crack this Mountain Dew Code Red for that. Have you guys had the Mountain Dew Infinite Swirl flavor?
Nope. Is that the purple one?
I've had a Mountain Dew in like 10 years.
It's like a pineapple flavor you can only find in 7-Elevens and whatnot.
No, can't say that I have.
Highly recommend. Fucking love that.
If I ever see it on the shelf.
Yeah, grab yourself one, give it a try. I expect a future review.
Don't hold your breath.
No, I will. And then my death will be on your conscience.
Maybe it'll be on... Maybe I'll find something of the sort on the cruise I intend to take later this year.
All right. Okay, so in my neck of the woods, I'm going to be doing something fun this year. I've created a game tracker for myself, and I'll add you guys into it. So just let me know, like, if you can be bothered to track, like, how long it takes you to beat each game and what games you beat. I'll add it to a list. because I'm tracking what games I'm playing and how long it's going to take took each game, and a check mark if I even completed it. And I'm doing this because I'm super motivated this year to play more games, and because this Amberneck retro handheld is unbelievably fun. I'm just absolutely having a blast with it. It fits my lifestyle I have right now, and right now I'm kind of simultaneously playing Snatcher, Super Mario Bros. 3, Sonic 2, Crash Bandicoot. Colin, on this thing, have you heard of Pico 8?
Never heard of it.
Okay, so look into Pico 8. It's like mini game type situations. A lot are well made, and you can really just play them straight up on your computer for free. Like a lot of them, most of them. And there's Celeste Classic, so they've ported Celeste into a much smaller version onto Pico 8. And there's actually a sequel these are from the same developers too. There's a sequel called Celeste 2, and then a couple other like side builds that fans have made in the Celeste universe. So I've already beaten Celeste Classic. It's under an hour. Very much the same game, same mechanics, super fun. Colin, you got to play this. You got to look into Pico 8. This is right up your alley, especially with the games that are on it.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I got the website right here. Lexalawful Games.
Yes. Yep, that's the one.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I got a bunch of games downloaded onto my retro handheld here, and I'll be going through some Pico 8 games here and there. But for some reason, I got the itch to play Metal Slug, and I'm probably going to end up playing like all 9 of these suckers, because they don't take very long to beat unless you self-impose rules like, oh, I won't have... What I'm doing is I'm inputting essentially $5 worth of credits. You know, like it was in the late 90s. And that's how much I have to play the game with. And can I beat it on that amount of lives, basically. So I've already beaten the first Metal Slug, and I beat it twice over. Just under 2 hours it did that. I just had an absolute blast playing that. So I'm definitely going to at least play the second and third ones. The third one's probably my favorite, but I haven't played... I don't think I've ever played any of the Metal Slugs after 3. I think I might have played 6 or 7, and that wasn't very good. At least comparatively. So, that's what I've been doing on the retro handheld. An absolute blast. Haven't even touched the PS5 since I got this thing, because I was messing with the operating system, getting all the box arts and all that. That has consumed my life the last 2 weeks, is just messing with and playing with the retro handheld here.
Does that mean you'll finally get off your ass and finish Dragon Quest V?
No, that is not on the list currently.
You bitch.
Yeah, basically. That is certainly how that works. No, I think
Okay.
Final Fantasy 15 takes precedence over Dragon Quest.
Boy.
But I'm certainly into anything I can do with the retro handheld. And retro achievements is tied into it, but it's very, like, clunky, I guess would be the word to use. Like, you have to use a specific emulator for a specific game, and it won't register if you're not on Wi-Fi, and I'm in a lot of places without Wi-Fi capabilities, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know, retro achievements is really worth it, but if some game catches it and I'm at home, I'll be like, hey, cool, nice little thing that pops up on the side. All right. Anything else we want to discuss and talk about?
How about the Nintendo Switch 2 teaser?
Yes, it's coming out. It looks the same, except with the clicky thing that looks like people are going to break it easily.
Yeah, that thing looks like it's going to snap a lot.
Yeah, the Nintendo Snap.
you're popping the controllers on and off from the side instead of sliding them up and down.
I don't know, I like the
Your
slidey
mileage
thing.
may vary. Yeah, it kind of feels more satisfying. And
Yeah,
secure.
clipping in just seems like a recipe for disaster. I'm more curious about how they're going to implement possibly Switch 2 exclusive games. That'll depend if I get a Switch 2 or not. Bear in mind, the Switch is 8 years old at this point. So, or it's coming up on 8 years. That's a
It
long
doesn't
life.
feel
That's a
that
long
long.
lifespan.
Doesn't feel that long.
Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, was it the 3DS that came out with like 3DS HD or something? Is that what happened there?
I don't know.
There was another. I'm pretty sure it was the 3DS. 3DS like HD. Let's see. Uh, let's see. 3DS versions. I'll look up. I know there was an XL. Let's see.
I just want to see what games from the regular Switch can play on Switch 2 and what can't.
Uh, I'm almost positive there was a. Oh, that's right. They just called it the new 3DS. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they came out with like 3 games that were exclusive for it that could run it. If the Switch 2 is that, then I won't be getting a Switch 2. At least not for many years. They're gonna have to come out with exclusive titles, otherwise to me it's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah. I just want to know what they'll make. I mean, so far we've only seen like a preview of Mario Kart, something or other.
I bet the Mario
Um,
Kart's gonna be exclusive to that.
Yeah, but we don't even know if it was just that, a new Mario Kart, or just a repeat of Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. It says in the advertisement, like during that release, plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as what, and it's backward compatible, obviously, because why would it not be? So many people have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, even my brother and his family. My nephews play the shit out of that thing. Still massively addicted to Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that my brother is absolutely tired of it. Because it's all they ever want to play.
Let's see. Switch 2's first-party launch titles is a Reddit post. But they can't be exclusive. I mean, they should be. That would be the big movement to get people to buy it, like a Mario, a Zelda, moving Metroid there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to end up Twilight Princessing Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, yeah, I could see that happening. Well, no, I could see that being something like the first Breath of the Wild. Well, it would be on both systems, but you
Yeah,
get the
that's kind of what I was
quote-unquote
thinking.
upgraded version on the Switch 2.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Joey?
I'm not gonna get it unless there's a new Animal Crossing game that Megan wants.
He's tied to the wifey.
I mean, I've never
Yeah.
touched the Switch as it is, so I have no reason to get a Switch 2.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until there's something really good that catches my eye on Switch 2 before I get it.
Yeah, I think PlayStation is kind of going the same route where they're about ready to come out with, or at least developing the PS6. I just think the PS5 needs to have a longer lifespan because nobody could get the fucking thing for the first like 2.5 years.
Did the PS5 Pro come out already?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think they can sit on the PS5 for a while. I mean, I don't think games are maxing out its graphics and whatnot yet.
I don't think so either.
And I've only got like 9, maybe 10 games for it, at least on physical.
I got quite a bit for PS5. Let me check here. Let's see. Not all of them are exactly exclusive, but I have quite a lot. Let's see here. I have what looks to be 23 games for the PS5. Yep, 23. You guys still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of battling my cat at the same time. He's being bad. He's going after the microphone. Get out of here, cat. Jeez.
He hates your podcast.
Yeah. How dare you talk to someone that isn't me? All right. Let's get it. What's up?
Have you guys seen the newest episode of Solo Leveling, season 2?
Of course, I watch it weekly. He is S rank now.
Well,
Big development elsewhere. His dad is back. Imagine that.
Is
Two
that-
parents in a Japanese anime.
No, I mean, they haven't told us that's his dad.
Yes, they have.
No.
he said he's his dad.
Did he
And
say
Said
that?
it in the interrogation.
Yeah, and the guy interrogated him was like, so you're his father or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna end your family, and that's when the fight started.
And
I didn't
blew
think
up the
he-
city.
Said that. I must have missed that detail then.
I mean, he didn't directly say I'm his father, but they're like, I'm gonna kill your son, and that's when the fight started.
Yeah, but they didn't say the son is our main character.
Yeah, it's just some
I
guy
think-
with the exact same name.
Yeah, the exact same last name, Sung.
Come on, that's a very common Korean name.
I think you need
Is
to pay
it?
attention more, JD.
Okay. We ready to get talking about these sim games here?
Ooh, I'm gonna put in another game on the list that I'm gonna complete this year.
Okay.
Sniper Elite Resistance.
All right, adding to the list.
That's supposed to
Cool.
come out, I think, this week.
Oh, it's brand new.
Yeah.
Sniper Elite Resistance. Okay, done.
Right.
We'll get you to 10. Okay. 34 minutes into the podcast. Joey, give us your sim games. Why did you choose this topic? And then go into the first game.
Well, I chose this topic because I wanted a nice late gaming 2 weeks, I guess, a fortnight of gaming. So Sims, they're not stressful. You can just relax, play your game, play at your own speed. So that's why I picked it. And I was surprised we've never played the first game, SimCity, considering it's, like 35, 36 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to play the shit out of this game as a kid, so that's why I chose Sims. Or Sim It. So, unless you got a drop, we can go right into the first game.
Go right into the first game.
All right, SimCity, as I brought up, came out in 1989.
It's an oldie.
Yeah, I think Maxis was a
Yeah.
publisher and developed it, but like now it has like 800 developers and publishers for all its different various releases.
Yeah, now it's EA.
Yeah. This game, like, I forgot how much I loved the music until the music hit. And even before this podcast today, I just had someone with a list play in the background just so I can listen to the music. Like, the music is amazing. For a game that old, I love it. But yeah, you build cities, and that's it. You sit in the city and you build it. That's the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll build residential zones, commercial zones, industrial zones. Of course, you need a power plant for all of it. And also
Yeah.
build roads so people
you
can get
don't-
around them.
You don't need
railroads.
roads. You can do railroads instead of roads, which a lot of modern city building games, you can't do that, and you need roads. I just want railroads and nothing else.
Was it Sim or the next game where the whole crux is based on you got your tax return and that's how you start?
Don't know. I don't think it's this one.
Okay, maybe it's the next one then. Because I found that hilarious. Especially considering I just got my W-2 earlier this week.
But this one also has like scenarios, so you can like do like old cities and try to protect them. And then you can have Bowser attacking, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Nintendo was heavily
Nintendo
involved in
version.
this. Hence, I played the Super Nintendo version.
That's what I played.
I played the PC version
Yeah, you
briefly.
pleb. You pleb.
I just watched the Angry Video Game Nerd video on the Super Nintendo version. And then I just love how it turns into a Twilight Zone episode at the end.
I'll have to watch that after this. I didn't know he did one over SimCity.
It's really funny. Thanks to that video, I finally recognized the guy with the Professor Wright character with the green hair who pops up as like a trophy in Smash Bros. Games. I did not know he was from Super Nintendo SimCity. Gotta get that Mario statue.
Yeah. What did you guys base your city off of?
Nothing. I just built.
You just built? I tried to make Toronto and make a bunch of apartment buildings that no one could afford.
Did you succeed?
I succeeded in basically bankrupting the city because no one could afford to live there. I couldn't collect any taxes. The infrastructure was too expensive. It's almost like this idea didn't work.
That's why they got to grab other cities and meld them in.
Bowser was not having it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wasn't really going for the long play here. I was like, I'm going to come up with basically Toronto's infrastructure plan. Shockingly, it didn't work in the video game world.
Yeah, I played a lot of SimCity myself as a kid. We had the Interplay CD-ROM version with actual FMV live-action scenes to tell you how you're doing, complete with cheesy acting.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In fact, I want to show you guys one quick clip from, what's it called? SimCity Action News. It's like less than a minute long, but I think you guys will get a kick out of it.
All right.
You should play it on the audio because it's really funny.
Let's see here.
You ready?
SimCity Action News Disco Fire. Okay. Mine's playing already. All right. So a little news intro.
Alvarez, a 3-alarm fire is moving swiftly through SimCity, swallowing entire city blocks in its path. Many of the city's landmarks have gone up in flames, including the beloved SimCity Disco. Onlookers who watched the dance hall go up in smoke reportedly all held hands and sang, "Burn, baby, burn, disco inferno. Burn, baby, burn, burn that mother down."
God.
I want to know what she's on.
She was way too excited about the city burning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my siblings always got a kick out of that clip as a kid.
It reminds me
Became
of like
something of
a
a
Red Alert or Red Alert 2 when they had their cutscenes.
You know what? You're right.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah. I like that.
So
Yeah,
playing both these
Yeah,
games,
most-
I ended up the way the algorithm worked with YouTube and everything, and what I was looking at, it's like, oh, how do I build this section of the city and everything? A lot of like PC 88 and 98 games started cropping up on my feed all of a sudden. Are you guys familiar with the NEC PCs of the 80s and 90s?
not really.
CPCs.
Yeah, PC-98 from NEC.
Nope.
Like huge like look into this thing. It's fascinating. Like one guy is super
Yeah.
obsessed with it, and he's playing various RPGs on PC-98, and he goes as far as opening up the box, and he goes, "Look at this! It's got the manual in 3 different languages. Comes with its own soundtrack. That if you're fancy and have the CD-ROM port to your PC-98, and the game is installed through 9 floppy disks."
Jesus.
And he just has this pile of floppy disks, and it shows how he has to install it. And I'm like, oh my god, what a pain in the ass! And I remember having to do this at friends' houses.
Yeah, I think I've used some of those PC-98s before.
Yeah, in elementary school when you're learning how to like type and shit.
Yeah, brings back memories.
They're like, if you want to play elevator action, please install floppy disk 1, turn it over to side B, install the second side, and then insert the third floppy disk as the second one is only for boots or something. Very weird. I don't miss those days.
I can imagine.
Yeah, PC-98. That's going to be something I'm looking into in the future here. Because this year is the year of weird shit we haven't played.
Sure seems like it.
All right. So shockingly
Nice
enough,
blast.
SimCity on the SNES is not so bad.
I
Yeah.
still think it's fun.
Yeah.
Definitely relaxing.
Yeah, I'm passing the hell out of this.
Whenever I played this game, I never really knew what I was doing. If I started running out of money, I just put in a cheat that gives you $5,000 up front.
It's called taking out a loan, Colin.
Although if you input that cheat too much, the game would generate an earthquake.
Yeah, he was
I thought that
taking
was
out a
funny.
loan from another source.
Mm.
You just don't have to pay it back. It's called stealing.
I mean, but if you take too much, they kneecap you.
And I ended up most often getting videos telling me that transit needs more funding. Never really got anything for the fire department or police department. Although later on I'll send you guys like a playlist of all those videos because I think they're worth watching. They're pretty cheesy and funny. And I mean, as far as like the original game is concerned, I love the snarky sense of humor it has. It's like if you do a bad enough job, you'll get a pop-up notice of the citizens impeaching you with an angry mob. And it makes a point of saying it's led by your mother. And then it also says, you should think about taking an extended vacation now in capital letters. Or read the manual and try again.
Yeah, because I remember one or two friends had The Sims, and they would brag about having a computer, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't have one. Because Joey remembers, like, my family didn't have a computer until, like, 2004.
Yeah, I helped you set up the internet.
Yeah. we had no fucking clue.
Well, we had everything set up. Your mom just didn't set up the account yet, so We were ready to go. She just didn't.
Good old dial-up
the
internet.
service.
But I was floored when, because I looked at this. I thought The Sims came out like shortly after SimCity. The Sims didn't come out until like 2000.
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah, it was
definitely SimCity I
is-
played a lot of at friends' houses.
Yeah. Both are the brainchild of Will Wright. And apparently The Sims was originally designed as like a house designing simulator. And you can kind of see that in how you build your house.
Game
But
designer
you can-
Will Wright was inspired to create a virtual dollhouse after losing his home during the Oakland firestorm, and subsequently rebuilding his life. Replacing his home and other possessions made him think about adapting that life experience into a game. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, over time, it became a family management game.
Makes you wonder
Right.
what his
Psycho
family
game.
management was.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Do
let
we think
Sims
Will Wright
die in
cheated on his
fires,
wife or husband?
or walled off his baby.
Well, who
Pushed
could
someone
blame
in
him?
the pool and pulled out the stairs or ladder.
Or play rock paper scissors with the Grim Reaper.
Wow, a new Sims game hasn't come out since 2014, basically.
Because they're still making a shit ton of money on that one with all the add-ons that you could spend like what $4,000 to get everything.
Ugh.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's a whole shitload of expansion packs for that. There's like Living Large, Hot Date, Superstar.
So it's the Grand Theft Auto 5 of simulation games.
Sure, let's go with that.
All right.
Let's see. Is it on Steam? What all is the Sims?
As far as SimCity is concerned, it actually got used by several school classrooms and actual like work organizations who used it as a training tool for their new employees.
Yeah, for
Give
the
them
Sims
idea of
4, it's $1,400 to get everything,
Oh my god.
Jesus.
and the game is free.
I guess we know where the free-to-play model came
All right,
from.
here we go. The Sims 4 expansion packs and game packs. You ready?
Yes.
Get to work, get together, city living, cats and dogs, seasons, get famous, island living, discover university, eco life, snowy escape, cottage living for your northern Canadians out there, high school years, growing together, horse ranch for your southerners, for rent for your New Yorkers, love struck, life and death, Jesus. Pursue a
Boy,
Grim
howdy.
Reaper career. Okay, that sounds fun. Gotta scroll back up here. Game packs, outdoor retreat, spa day, dine out, vampires, parenthood, jungle adventure, Strangerville. What is that one? Unlockable
Get
military
everything
career
for-
path. Okay. Realm of Magic, Star Wars Journey of Batu, Dream Home Decorator, My Wedding Stories, and who could forget werewolves?
Sim 3 to get everything is $400.
So clearly that makes Sim 4 a much superior game.
Well, yeah, because Sim 3 costs $20.
Man.
Did anybody ever play the console versions of The Sims?
No,
Like
I didn't
busting
even
out?
play the original version of The Sims. I never cared to play it.
I actually ended up renting The Sims Bustin' Out from Blockbuster a couple of times. It was actually surprisingly fun. It had more of a purpose to it than the regular Sims. You were just like helping your character move up the career ladder and keep his or his or her stuff from getting stolen by a guy named Malcolm Landgrab. Just run in, use this special ray gun to steal your shit and run off. And then when you finally beat the game, you get to punch him in the face off the side of a boat. And by the end of the game, to get anywhere, you end up getting like a special limo that has a hot tub in the back. There's even like a nudist colony part.
I remember the nudist and spa thing in the limo. I do remember that. Okay.
Yeah. It was a fun time.
Oh, I never did get to build a casino in this. That's a bummer.
Hmm.
That could have helped me build up my city instead of going bankrupt. I must try to steal from the people.
Yeah.
There is a Commodore 64 and a ZX Spectrum version of the
Yeah.
original SimCity. God, I wish I played one of those. Apparently,
original
the game
SimCity
was originally developed for the
for
Commodore
Commodore.
64, but they couldn't release it in time.
Yeah, my brother actually played that a bunch of times when we were kids. I could never understand it. It was just black, gray, and green colors. I never would have been able to get it all, understand it all.
I'm certainly more fascinated with the ZX Spectrum. I'm trying to get further into it, but it's this British thing, and it's pretty hard to get working properly from what I need it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I passed SimCity.
Yeah, I pass it.
Yeah,
too.
I pass it. Even though I suck at it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh, speaking of suck at, I sucked at this next one.
No, come
I
on.
forgot.
You can't, it's impossible to suck at this.
Well, I forgot that you needed entrances and exits to your rides. So
No,
Money
you
with that.
don't. Come on.
so Roller Coaster Tycoon came out 99.
Am I crazy in thinking that I thought this was also like coming out in the mid 90s instead of the late 90s?
No, I remember it coming out late 90s.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are
but-
crazy.
All right, I am crazy. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, it was developed, and who actually developed it? The original.
Hasbro.
I think it was Microprose.
Oh no, Hasbro published it.
Yeah, it says designer Chris Sawyer, programmer Chris Sawyer, artist. Okay, poser series from release 99, published by Hasbro. Yeah, developed. I guess Chris Sawyer. It says Microprose on the box, but
He is a Scottish designer and programmer. Made all the Transport Tycoons. One of the most important simulation games ever made. He developed for DOS and Amiga.
so I guess he developed it by himself. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
him.
this game's
He
fun.
developed it.
Yeah. If you realize you need entrances and exits to your rides, but yeah. This game can get twisted really fast.
Yeah. Just max out the different rides speeds and send people flying.
Well, that's the
and
best part.
dying.
I was thinking of
Oh.
Railroad Tycoon. That's what I was thinking.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously, when you chest out your roller coaster, you got to have live guinea pigs to fly off and die for you. It's the whole fun of that.
Yeah. Or you could just charge for bathrooms. So
Yeah.
they have to go. And I think you can stop people from leaving your park. So you just trap them in there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the game. Roller coaster is the one where you get a tax refund and a $50,000 loan, and that's how you start your park. It is this one.
Yeah, I played this one extensively in the past and massively enjoyed it. I even got both expansion packs as birthday and Christmas gifts.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
used to just build the craziest, longest roller coaster I could.
Yeah, one ride for the whole park. Enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah, there was one scenario where you had to like complete various roller coasters, and I I couldn't do it. It was hard to get these things built in a way where the intensity was low enough that people would want to go on it. There's like 6 different coasters to complete.
Yeah, they have to
So-
have certain scenarios in the ride in order, like one ride has to have at least one loop, another has to have a corkscrew. Very difficult to
Yeah.
put like all of the scenarios in the same ride.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I no longer have the creativity or mental space for designing roller coasters and other such rides that I had as a kid.
Oh,
But then again, I don't have the same amount of free time on my hands either.
oh, Colin, you poor guy. Get some,
Yes,
work on your imagination skills.
Maybe I can do it on that cruise. But it is all the things you would want as an amusement park designer are here. I mean, you got like decorations like hedges and flower beds or statues. And there's color customization for the rides themselves. And the path types. I mean, you can have like a paved path or a dirt path. Of course,
Everything's
there's the
dirt.
path.
Everything's dirt. Save money. Build the better ride.
There's like entrance and exit themes for the rides. Like they can either be like the plain old ones you start with, or you can make them circus tents or log cabins. And my personal favorite for the paths, jumping fountains.
Oh, I didn't make any of those.
Yeah, neither.
Yeah, those are like things that come later in the scenario as you're researching them. Because that's one of the things that happens over time with the game. As time goes on, new rides can be unlocked, like cable chair things, or go-kart tracks, or log flume rides.
So my
Lots of
objective
different
was I had this land and I put all of the like concessions, bathrooms, and foodstuffs in the center, and then all the rides just circled it. So come on, one food, one bathroom, one everything. That's it. Too bad. Saved a lot of money.
I guess you had to hire a lot of handymen to clean up all the puke.
No, come on. There was just no. I just needed 4 of them. They were north, south, east, west, custodian guys.
Yep. You also need mechanics to fix and maintain the rides, and
Again,
security guards.
No
to
problem.
keep
North, south, east, west.
and mascots to keep people from leaving the lines from waiting too long.
I didn't do that.
And it's very handy in the later levels.
Well, didn't get that far, but in between each ride, I put like all the kind of low end rides, like the go karts and whatnot. So they functioned as spacers
Yeah.
in between the rides. So when people would leave the roller coaster line, they would just end up going to one of those lesser ones instead.
Yeah.
It was a good flow, let me tell you.
You also need benches and trash cans.
Overrated. Just have the custodians clean up everything.
Huh.
I was watching someone play, and he pointed out that this game you had to mow the grass, but they took it out in later ones because nobody wanted to mow the fucking grass at a roller coaster or a theme park.
Yeah.
See, problem solved. Everything's dirt. Don't need it. See?
Oh yeah, and one cool feature is that you can make your roller coasters or other rides go underground. That's always kind of cool. Just
Oh,
go
I'm
through
going to
a
have to
tunnel.
try that.
Just
Oh, that'd
gotta,
be sick if you have, like, the majority of a ride underground and you just have an entrance to the ride and it goes
Yeah.
underground the whole part. Oh, that's a good idea.
like a minecart coaster.
Yeah.
Canada's Wonderland has that. The old Thunder Run.
Wasn't that always
Majority of
closed
it
when we
goes-
went, though? I think it was.
Maybe when you did.
Yeah, I think it was.
I've ridden it a bunch of times. It's fun.
What's your favorite aspect of a roller coaster? The initial drop? Is it the corkscrew? Is it a loop? Like,
I like the hard banks, curves, ones that you just come in and just all of a sudden you're like halfway sideways.
well, the old
I like
wooden
the
coasters are
corkscrews.
notorious for that. It just
Yeah, I
it
like
just
them.
whips you to the side.
Yeah.
And I like the sound of the wooden coasters.
Yeah.
They just, yeah, that's what I like.
I love
Yeah,
a
that
classic wooden coaster.
Well, then you should check out Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point.
I've been on it. It's good.
Yeah. And what I love most about it is going through the actual supports of the overhanging track and corkscrewing through it. I was not willing to raise my hands through that. I didn't want to lose a finger. Heck, I was even kind of ducking my head at points.
Yeah. I think the old wooden coaster is definitely my favorite because you just feel more free in the seat. So even the most simple things like hit harder, so to say, rather than
Yeah.
kind of the feet dangling ones where you're just enclosed in this giant like coffin, basically.
Yeah.
Although the Superman ride at what is it? Well, there was a Superman-esque ride at Wonderland. I remember that.
You might be thinking of another Six Flags park. I don't remember.
Yeah,
anything
maybe I'm thinking
Superman
of
themed.
Dallas.
Yeah,
No,
it
I'm
could be
thinking of the
Magic
Batman
Mountain.
ride. I am thinking of the Batman ride because the Superman one is the same thing, but they tilt you forward. Yeah.
Yeah, the only Superman ride I can think of is like Superman the Escape, where it like goes straight up and then it's like go back down for the weightlessness.
No, not that one. No.
I mean that was a Six Flags ride.
I still haven't been to the Six Flags in near Jersey yet. I need to go there.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out Magic Mountain and Busch Gardens. 'Cause those are practically icons, like Disneyland.
I've never been to Busch Gardens, but it wasn't Astroworld based on Busch Gardens?
I've never even heard of Astro World.
Well, it was ripped
Doesn't
down in
exist
the
anymore.
mid 2000s. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
hey,
I don't think
that's-
so.
I think we have a destination to celebrate our 40th birthdays.
Oh. Just what Joey needs, something to rip his back apart. Yeah, he'll love it. Joey, got your back brace? Yeah, I got it, guys. Ready for the next one.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. I tried so hard to get a roller coaster to fly off a rail onto another one. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what me and my brother did at points. We actually took like that one that goes through a loop and then straight up and back down. We pointed them straight at each other and then made the maxed out the speed and then made the cars run into each other in midair. Oh boy. We were psychos.
I had the most fun with this game because it allowed more creativity.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked how it would unlock new rides over time and you could just like find new ways of getting people around, and there were also you can also read your guests' minds. Just click on them and you'll see what they're thinking.
Well, I mean, that's just TikTok from the 90s.
So true.
Google AI. All right. I am passing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Joey, this was I guess, surprisingly good theme to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and chill.
Easy pass.
All right, so our two games were SimCity and Roller Coaster Tycoon. Joey, favorite, least favorite, and your tiers, sir.
SimCity's my favorite.
Ooh.
Nothing can beat that music. Tiers. I'm gonna give them both A's.
All right. Colin?
Roller Coaster Tycoon's my favorite. But I'm giving them both A's.
All right, I'm a little lower on SimCity. I liked Roller Coaster Tycoon the most. I'm going B for Sim and A for Coaster. So either way, that's all A's across the board. And there we go.
Alrighty.
Our next
beans.
theme is mine, and my hint is we're going handhelds that couldn't beat the Game Boy Advance. That's the hint there. It could be, I guess, one of two things, unless there's a third and fourth one I'm not aware of. But there you go. That's the teaser for the next one.
It could be the Sega Genesis or is that what the handheld? No, not Genesis. Sega
Game Gear?
Game Gear?
Game Gear. That's it. Yeah.
Well, that was the game. That was just the Game Boy.
Yeah, it was slightly higher fidelity and a backlit screen.
Yeah, get your
and it
D
ate
batteries
through
out.
Batteries like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Batteries lasted like 4 hours.
6 at a time.
Oh my God! It was like 6 of them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
distinctly remember. My brother
Brutal.
had it.
Yeah, we had it too, but we just ate through batteries that we could barely ever play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just end up, because you just leave it plugged in next to a chair and a lamp, and it just didn't move from there. All right. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye now.